Hey everyone, I'm about to do a full get ready with me from start to finish, so get yourself something to drink, put your feet up, and let's get going. I am recreating a look that I did in the, I believe it was What's New at the Drugstore video. I'm pretty sure that was it. Or it was Where Are They Now, May 2012. I will link both of those below. You should have a peek at them. Anyway, I am doing as much as I can remember. I think I've got it all. I'm gonna start with my face. I've already moisturized with the Colleen Rothschild Sheer Renewal Cream. And I will be making an accompanying blog post, so if you look in the description box, if you're interested in all the stuff I'm using, just click on that and you can go over to the blog and get all the details. Starting with my Guerlain Lingerie de Peau, and I'm reaching for my summer shade, which is 02, which is still one of the lightest shades ever, and that's just how I roll. And I'm dotting it all over my face. While I am filming, I don't know what you can hear, but we are talking like monsoon going on the other side of this camera. There are school districts in the San Antonio area that have either closed or have delayed start because of the flooding in certain areas of San Antonio. Not where I am, but in certain areas. It is very bad. Mimi has entered the room carrying a ginormous bone that's as big as her head. That's probably what you heard hitting the ground. So we're just gonna have a little chatty, get ready with me. I am using a double-ended IT Cosmetics brush. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's very soft and I really enjoy it. So this is a very glowy look. I'm into the glowy look. That's sort of my default makeup look. I am using a concealer that was sent to me that I didn't even try until recently, and this is going to be in my May favorites. It's the Dermablend Professional Smooth Liquid Camo Concealer. I'm currently using the shade Nutmeg. I don't know where this has been my whole life. It is freaking amazing. It's nothing special packaging-wise. It's just a doe foot applicator. But this stuff, there's not much to conceal today. It's a good skin day. This stuff does not budge. It's like Estee Lauder. If you are a fan of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, you're gonna love this. It sets even longer. And I'm using the other end of this double-ended thing. To be fair, I usually use my finger, but I forgot to bring my little washcloth to wipe my fingers off as I move through this, so in the interest of staying relatively clean. All right, next, I just used up one. This is a new one of the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter in Radiant Rose. A little trick that I can't remember, somebody told me, I think in the comments, is if you want really good coverage for this, just let it set for a little while you do the rest of your liquid face makeup. I didn't do that, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna pat it in. I usually use a finger. So no matter what under eye concealer I use, and I rotate between about 5, I think, I always use the Radiant Rose underneath. It's lovely. I'm trying to think about where I first heard about this. I think it was both Tanya Burr and for sure Makeup by Tiffany D. I saw them both using this years ago. And I'm on my 3rd pen, I guess. It's great. It's really brightening. All right, now that that's all in there, today's under eye concealer is Collection 2000 Lasting Something. It's all worn off. This is a UK drugstore brand, and it is one of my favorite under eye concealers. It's not the only one I reach for. I have to say, if I had to pick my top 3 or 4, I rotate between this, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I'd say are my current 3 favorite. Okay, somehow, you can't see this, but Mimi came in with the bone, and now Wrigley has the bone. I don't know how the ownership there changed hands, but it was a bloodless coup. It just happened. We are patted in, and now it's time to set. I found a great use for this, and it will last me a really long time because I don't use a lot. This is the Guerlain Meteorites, and I'm just going to use the same brush I use for my highlighter. This is the Wayne Goss 02. I just swirl it around in there, and I only use this to set my under eye concealer. It is a really lovely under eye setting powder. It's so finely milled that it doesn't set into any of my fine lines. It definitely has brightening qualities. It's just great. I'll just do the whole eye socket. There we go. All right. Now, to set my makeup, I had been using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I used it all up. It's coming up in an empties video sometime. So I'm reaching for the Hourglass in Diffused Light, the ambient powder, and a really old Sephora brush. I think it's the 55. I think they've redone it since then. Definitely getting another MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, especially since I bought that one. They've repackaged it so it's more like a compact, has a mirror and stuff, which is nice. I don't contour every day, but I usually contour on filming days. So my old trusty favorite, the Kevyn Aucoin, it now comes in a light shade, which I definitely want. This is the medium shade, and another Sephora brush. This is number 54. And you suck and you tilt. You can see the lines, look. You can see those lines. So we just want to make those lines look like they're there all the time. I know this looks ridiculous, but there's really no other way to do this. There will be blending, don't worry. I really hope you can hear the rain. It's quite something. I always get, and I really appreciate it, whenever we have interesting weather, bad weather, in the San Antonio area, anywhere in the state of Texas really, I always get so many emails and comments and tweets from y'all asking if we're okay, which I really appreciate. Luckily for me, I live on, San Antonio rarely floods. I live on the part of San Antonio that's closer to Austin. We're up in the hills, so this side will never flood. If it does, you'll know about it. Okay, I forgot to bring my blending brush. I'm just gonna use my powder brush. But I do really appreciate it that there's all these people out there who are thinking about me and my family in a positive way. It's really nice. Okay, so blend it in a little bit, but the best way to blend in your contour is to use the bronzer part. So I've been reaching a lot for this. I should do a video on my favorite bronzers. I will. This is Makeup Revolution in Vivid. Very inexpensive, basically drugstore, lovely, lovely bronzer. I really like it. Using a big fluffy brush from my Coastal Scents pearl handled set. Another great little investment there. I think it's under 20 bucks. It's a really good, maybe it's 40. I don't know. It's a good price for all those brushes. All right, the next product I feel a little bit guilty using in the video, but I'm staying true to what I used. So when I went to the Reward Style conference in Dallas back in April, one of the gifts at the lunch was this Rodial Compact. This is real leather, I think. This is like high-end luxury. This is a highlighter. It is called their Instaglam Compact Deluxe Illuminating Powder in the shade 01. It looks like absolutely nothing special in the pan, but it does something magical when it's on your face. The reason I feel guilty about this is because it's $57. Is this the only highlighter that you can use? Absolutely not. You know how much I love highlighters, and you know how many I use. You could get a similar effect from the Becca Moonstone, would be the one I think is most close to this, which is also not that inexpensive, but it's less expensive. So I'm doing it in the middle of my forehead, kind of down, Cupid's bow, top of the cheeks up to the eyebrow. That's it. And then I usually do a little bit, sorry, on the tip of my nose. This is how I get the glowy effect. I layer it under my blush so it kind of like pops through. Anyway, don't feel like you need to replicate exactly what I've used. It's more of the concept that I'm trying to show you, not use these products to achieve this look. Okay, blush is ColourPop in the shade Double Dip. This I bought because my friend Jamie Greenberg, who's a celebrity makeup artist, actually put together a little collection with ColourPop. And I bought this to support Jamie and because I thought that the colors were absolutely beautiful. The funny thing is she uses this cheek, it's a cheek color. She uses this as a highlighter on her celebrity client and Kaylee Coco, and I'm using it as a blush. Just that's how pale I am. So it's very neutral, glowy, kind of like a, it looks like a highlighter in the light here, but it's more of like a pinky nude. And I'm just using a denser blush brush to get that on. All right, now onto the eyes. This is repackaged. It's the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I am much happier with this packaging. Not that it's substantially different, but the old packaging was black with metallic writing, and the metallic writing all flaked off and it got everywhere until it was done flaking. It was kind of a mess. Once it was all gone, it was fine. Okay, eyelids are primed. I do my eyebrows first, then I do my eyeshadow. So real quick, comb them down. Again, I rotate between several eyebrow pencils. Today's eyebrows are brought to you by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I also like the NYX version. The Hourglass version is starting to grow on me. Yeah, L'Oreal, I'm fickle. But there's still something about the Anastasia Brow Wiz that I love more than the other ones. Now I hold these bad boys in place with my favorite NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. Do you remember when all we had was was it Maybelline or CoverGirl? I think it was CoverGirl, clear gel, and it was gross. After like 2 uses, it turned like grayish yellow. We have so many options. All right, eyebrows done. Let's get to the fun part. Okay, I'm gonna use exactly what I had on in the video. I'm not saying you need to use this either. This was actually a present from, who gave this to me? Clinique. Clinique gave this to me actually when I went out to New York to film the videos with them for their lip pops. Anyway, okay, this is the Tom Ford Coco Mirage Quad. I actually only reach for this one shade here. It's like the perfect crease shade. I will, in my blog, list some options that are similar so that you do not have to buy this palette. But if you have this palette, you should use this palette. And I'm just using a fluffy brush. This is an old Sigma with the old numbering, the SS224, so it's supposed to be a dupe for the MAC 224. I actually like this better than the MAC version, but any fluffy brush will do. I like to define the crease first and then lay the lid color down. And I'm pulling it into the corner so we can have some definition. I'm also taking a smaller pencil brush and running this under the eye. When you use really light shimmery colors that I'm about to use on the lid, you really need to anchor it with color under the eye, or you just look like you have these floating eyeballs. It doesn't quite look right. I'm actually going to soften it. I am going to use, normally I have the Wet n Wild Brulee, but I forgot to grab it. So I'm going to use the really expensive version and use this cream color in the palette. Might as well use it if you got it, right? Okay, the star of today's show is the eyeshadow Stila Kitten. This is really old packaging. I've definitely hit pan on this. It's technically a champagne pink, but it's so frosty that it's really more of just an icy, silvery pink. A great dupe for this is Iced Latte from L'Oreal Infallible. They're pretty much identical. And I'm putting this all over the lid, up into the socket, and all the way into the corner. And then take this old guy. This is MAC Sable, one of the first MAC shadows I ever bought. I'm gonna use, I should have brought my MAC 217, but I forgot to grab it. So I'm using a flat brush that I'm gonna twist on its side. So using the flat side, I'm gonna stamp it in the outer corner here. And then using the tip, I'm gonna use it to get into the crease. Adds a little definition. Not a lot. I'm going for a soft look here. Then go back in and blend. Ooh, it's thundering. Love it. Last thing we're gonna add to the eyes before mascara is an eyeliner. I've started using the new Makeup Forever Aqua XL eyeliners. These are very similar in formulation to the Lancome Drama Liqua eyeliners that I love. These are a couple dollars less expensive and a lot more color options. I don't know if they've been fully released yet or not. I know that there's a limited, I think like pack of 4 you can get through Sephora, but if they're available, I will link them. I don't think they come out till June though. This is the Estee Edit. One side is volume, one side is lengthening. Let's give this one a go. Okay, this is the volume side. Very nice. I used to wear the Estee Lauder Double Wear mascara, actually. I really liked it. Us YouTubers were so fickle. Let's just try the other side too. It says lift. Oh, now this is interesting. Can you see this? Teeny, tiny little brush. This would be really good for the under eye. This has a really nice scent. It smells like roses. In the video, I wore the Clarins Instant Lip Perfector in the classic original 01. So I'll wear this here, but my mascara is sticking to my eyelashes if you're wondering why I'm making that crazy face with my eyes. So this is the completed look, the same look I had in the earlier video. Very natural, no, there's nothing natural about this. Very soft, very glowy, very neutral look. That's nice, but I'm gonna wipe this off because I bought a new lip product yesterday and I just took it out of the box and I wanna give it a go. And this is the Lipstick Queen Cupid's Bow Daphne, I don't know, lip crayon or something. Ooh, it's very soft. It feels like liquid cream. Looks good if I keep my lips like this. All right, here it is in all its glory. It's a really pretty pinky red. It's more pink than most reds I've tried on. It's very soft. I think I would recommend using a lip liner with this or using it to top over something else because it feels like it might travel. We'll see how the day goes. But it's different. If you want to just change the look from day to night, just swap out the lipstick and now I'm ready to go out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for the last 50 minutes or so. Who knows how long this video is. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's any other looks you would like me to recreate from earlier videos or a palette that you want me to use. I'm gonna try to do many, many more, I don't wanna say tutorials, but let's just call them get ready with me type videos. Next week, I'm gonna do one using the Butter London Naturally Charmed palette, so be on the lookout for that. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that tunes in 3 or 4 times a week to spend some time with me. Again, don't forget, if you want all the links and what I use, check out the blog. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. Last week, I did a little trip to the drugstore and picked up a few items that I'd like to talk about. I'd like to do this once a month where I pick up about $100 worth of drugstore items